What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bies. I am a certified personal trainer through ACE, a fitness nutrition specialist, and I was in multi-level marketing for 13 and a half years. Finally worked my way out of that, and now I'm exposing all the manipulative and dangerous tactics used by their reps. In today's video, we have no other, we're going to roll with it, no other than Courtney Shepard, somebody that I have met in real life, spent time in real life. We have watched extremely problematic behavior from her in the past around her children, around nutrition, around fitness. So I want to give a blanket content warning. We are going to be talking about healthy boundaries around, I guess I'll just say it, children and tickling. There are conversations that definitely should not have been online, but I think it's extremely important that we talk about it. So please take care of yourselves if you're not in a place to hear, listen, or watch this type of conversation playing out. All right, let's get into it.
Hello, everybody. Beautiful people. It's a great day to have a great day.
He's so cute.
So, mixing in my ketones. I need them really bad. I don't ever wait this long to drink them. And then I figured I would go live with you guys while I mix them. So I've been drinking these packets. They've evolved over the years. They taste even better. It's amazing.
They've evolved over the years. Really? Okay.
I've got my color all popped today. I've been drinking these for 8 years, and I literally could not get off the couch. Like, I was so exhausted. My brain was not functioning. And
Courtney, you were not saying any of this when we were in Modair. Okay, listen. Some of you may be new members here. I was on the same team as Courtney, not just in Prove It. We were both under Jessie Lee somewhere, also in Modair. She was not exhausted and on the couch. And I'm sure somebody could go back and audit her social media and find the Modair posts. Luna agrees as well.
Lit my brain up. They lit it up. I said like a Christmas tree. I felt limitless. I feel like they do things for me. I can't even.
Kate's still out there.
Can you? I asked you to go, please.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Pause.
Wait.
Pause and go out there.
Okay, come on down. Dad,
Please hurry.
sure. Come on, we all get Kaden.
I also have this like
Dad, come on.
ice bowl maker.
I'm just hoping that he's going in the backyard and not the front yard. I don't know, but.
By the way, and did you know? It's interesting to me how people can have opinions, which I think we all deserve to have opinions, right?
Oh, okay.
Everyone.
They're like buttholes.
Let's get into it. Courtney, let's get into it.
What?
Opinions. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got a butthole. You know? And being on the internet, I understand.
Hi.
Hi, what's up? About they want to form opinions, and if you're putting yourself on the internet, then you are opening yourself up to it.
Bubble cup.
Yay! You got the straw! Deep breath in.
I'm not in the pot.
And out.
Oh.
Deep breath in. You done? Okay. Just make sure you breathe. Okay. Okay.
Am I the only one
Do you want
shocked
the
by
rubble
that?
cup? Gosh dang it. I wanted this done before I
I want rubber cup. This is
Let me know if you guys have been here long enough that there used to be what I believe to be Wookiee's ashes and paw print on that back counter. Not on the right side. I believe it was on the left side. Do y'all remember that? She didn't mention that she put Wookiee down for 5 months, 6 months.
What I do is I operate a lot more in silence. I don't tell everybody what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it. People have things to say. You know, it's so interesting as well.
Tell
I
us.
have a dark background, so you're not going to be able to see as well. But here's my body. It is on a 5-foot frame. Yes. Okay, it is days out from my cycle. These are compression as well, okay? And it's so funny the things that people want to say about my body.
Well, here's the thing about that, Courtney, if I may, as a certified personal trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and I'm working on Level 1 coaching with precision nutrition as we speak. I mean, not currently, like right now. But here's the interesting part about this. You put yourself out there. Your body became the advertisement for your business. What I mean by that is you were doing these extended fasts. You were talking about it's a spiritual fast, it's this, it's that, the body checking, all of the emphasis on your body. You are the one that put yourself in that arena. Now, are there people on the internet that are absolutely wild? Of course there are. It's the internet. However, she put herself in that scenario by having her body be her business card. I'm just saying.
Now, I have a daughter that's always listening and boys who are always listening as well. And it's important that I love myself along the way, every single way. And it is very clear to me how people see their own bodies and the way that they perceive themselves based on how they want to talk to me about money.
No, that's not accurate. When somebody is sharing information that is wrong, is harmful, is hurtful to other people, that should be called out. The extended fast that she was doing not that long ago while body checking and talking about the size of her clothing and how small her body was. Do y'all remember that? That's a problem. That can be so harmful to people on the internet, let alone the misinformation around nutrition, fitness. If you're doing an extended fast, you shouldn't be getting on a stair stepper. You shouldn't be working out. In fact, you probably should eat something. She forgets that part.
A year ago, I was getting into like some of the best shape of my life, I would say. I wouldn't say that I'm there right now.
Whenever I hear somebody say this, I have questions. What specifically do you mean when you say you were in the best shape of your life? How are we measuring that is how I should say that. Are we talking about the volume that you are pushing and pulling in the gym? Are we talking about, how far you can walk? Are we talking about how you're able to get through your day with good energy? What exactly are we talking about? Are we talking about the size of your body? Because I guarantee you, we are talking about the size of her body. I guarantee you that's what she's talking about. Because there's so much emphasis on a woman being the smallest version in her body. It is disgusting. I hate it. So whenever I hear somebody say that, I just have questions. How are we measuring that? What do you mean by that? What analytical data do you have to show us so that we can take a step back without attaching any kind of emotions to it, to show us, okay, you were in the best shape of your life? In what capacity are we talking about?
Can I have God?
Yeah, we're gonna go through.
Oh, okay, with them.
Yeah, I was gonna show them what I bought.
Put the door.
And so,
Oh my God.
but people wanted to say that I lost weight really fast, which
You did.
was not the case.
Yes, you did. We watched it. We watched it in real time. You may have been working on weight loss for quite some time. However, what you showed the internet was extreme fasting, an extreme calorie deficit, and then all of a sudden you've gained some weight back. And I'm saying that from a place of being a certified personal trainer and reacting to somebody that put her body out on the internet and was using it as advertisement for her business.
My body is on a 5-foot frame, okay? It's a 5-foot frame. And so as I start to lose or I start to gain, let me relax a little bit more. As I start to lose or I start to gain, it is so obvious on my body. And again, like I'm in tight.
And also, this conversation isn't about, oh, it's wrong that you're gaining or losing weight. It's the methods by which you were going about losing the weight. That's the issue that I have. Because the personal training clients, some of them that come to me, and I have to have the conversation of, hey, we've got to eat to fuel our body. We have to make sure that we're getting what we need so that we can grow muscle, we can become stronger, and all of that good stuff. We have to make sure that we're eating in order to do that. When there are people online, and thank God there's not a lot of people that are listening to what she is saying. There's not a lot of interaction on her pages. Thank goodness. This is very harmful messaging to so many people because it's not about somebody losing weight and gaining weight. That's not what this is about. This is about the extreme behavior that I participated in when I was in Prove It, and the extreme behavior that we see from her, the extreme behavior that we see from Kelsey Ray, and anybody else that has somewhat of a following that's in these MLM companies. It's not just Prove It. Oh, God.
These leggings are tight. I'm a little...
Anybody who's new can tell us who you're tuning in from.
These are my favorite. Okay, so this is what I really wanted to show you guys. I need more ketones. So
Of course, got to bring it back to the ketones.
Can I have ketones?
Are those caffeinated? She looks totally annoyed. She looks totally exhausted. There was another reel that somebody sent me, and it appeared to me, in my opinion, that her pupils were 2 different sizes. It appeared to me that at one point she had a hard time opening her eyes. Now, the really scary part about this for me, in my opinion, based on what I saw, was she was in the car. Now, I don't know. Could she be exhausted? Sure. Could she be on something? I don't know. Something was very off. And then to feel that way and watch her be behind the wheel of a vehicle. Yeah.
Really quick before we go into this, because I think this is really important. As we step into the this day and age where the social media is so accessible, and, you know, she does not get on Roblox. They're not on the internet. I want them to enjoy their childhood as much as possible. Do they know how to search on YouTube? Yes. These kids are so smart. Like, and I don't just mean my kids. I mean, kids today are just so smart. They know how to operate technology. I don't want to keep that away from them, and they don't want it to be kept from them, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to hold them back in their future. But there's so much, like, she can read, and so then there's chats, and there's things that can be said, and there's all these things. And it's not that I know that she's going to experience what it's like for people to judge you and push their opinions onto you. But I need her to also, all of them, right? But she's just the main one that I'm working on this with. To understand that the way that people speak about you says nothing about you and everything about how they see themselves.
I don't agree with that. And here's why I don't agree with that. Because at the beginning of this, she talked about, you know, people making comments about her body. I already gave you my notes on that. But if you are trying to just categorize everybody's feedback that doesn't agree with what you are saying as, oh, they're saying this about my body because this is how they actually feel about their body. Again, this isn't about necessarily the weight loss or the fact that she lost a ton of weight and then gained some back. It's about the method behind it. The method is what's dangerous here. So somebody saying, hey, this is really dangerous that you're platforming an extreme fast, trying to say that it's a spiritual fast, but then also shaking up ketones and glamorizing your smaller body. This is really problematic behavior online. And for you to say, well, they're making these comments because this is how they feel about their body, because she's gained weight. That's not how this works. And again, are there people on the internet that are absolute trolls? Of course there are. But I think when we're using this grouping and not addressing the problematic behavior from her, specifically around nutrition, specifically around fitness, specifically around weight loss, that is a problem.
Most of the time, even when it's good or bad, right? And so we need to be able to use discernment to understand. I saw that, to understand when and how. Like, that's I want her to understand those skills. That, like, my brain is powerful. That I have total control over my mind, and it's so difficult to teach this when you have kids that are 4, 7, and 9, and the 9-year-old gets it, and the 7-year-old and the 4-year-old are really trying to, like,
6, 7.
6, 7.
Didn't Courtney say 6, 7? I did. God's the original 6, 7. Okay.
There is no 6,
Built
7. 6, 7 doesn't even mean anything.
What do you mean God is the original 6, 7? What do you mean? As a mom of a 12-year-old boy that says 6, 7 all the time and then goes 6, 7, 6, 7. He would laugh if he saw this.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, it's really not good. It's really not.
What?
The kids are saying it.
But to understand how to use your brain powerfully, and the skills that it takes to show up in a situation and calmly navigate it. And
Okay.
things that I was watching this video with the Diary of a CEO, and he's interviewing, I think it's Brene Brown. I've never looked in the comments, but she talks about the number one thing that we need to survive in life is being able to understand that, like using the discernment and navigating situations with other people, and how knowing how other people are going to act and how you can. She said it so differently, right? It's like the way she worded it was so good, not the same way that this message is coming across. And so
Probably not.
I opened that message, and it was from a person who had no followers. I think they were only following me, and they had 0 posts and no photo. And it's in moments like that someone is so low and so sad or angry, or
How can you decipher that from a profile with no name, no information, and no profile picture? I find that really interesting. I'm not defending trolling, and because we don't do that here, but I find it interesting that this is her reaction to leading her business with her body and these extreme tactics, and people saying, and we don't know what the message said because she didn't show it. I would love to see it. I think that there needs to be some nuance in this conversation that she's attempting to have with her audience. There needs to be some nuance. If you are doing problematic behavior, the people that are bringing up said problematic behavior are not trolls on the internet. They're saying, hey, this is dangerous. This is a problem. That's not a hater on the internet. They're not saying that because they hate themselves. They're saying that because it is problematic behavior.
so the wheel of feelings. So there's somewhere inside of this, like, sadness or this anger or this fear.
Guilty is like remorseful and ashamed.
That they are feeling about themselves and projecting it onto me to the point that they created this account because I've already blocked them from another account. Or they have this account so that the activity that they do on this account doesn't mess with the account of their real name. And it was all just to tell me that I'm no longer skinny anymore. And I won't say the rest of it, right?
I would love to see the rest of the message. I think that conversation, that context would matter in this conversation,
That was why I was like, good, look at my body. And it's not, that doesn't define me or anything about me, but that can come to anyone, anytime, any place. And we need to understand more of how our emotions work. No, thank you. Of what a growth mindset.
Was that her 9-year-old trying to grab the thing of ketones after she's already asked for it once? Now, I wonder why that might be. Oh, could it be because there's caffeine in it? I wonder. Also, I really hate the word skinny. Just FYI. I hate that word because of how it's used and weaponized, and how there are women, I'm going to speak directly as a woman to women. There are women that chase being skinny, being their smallest version of themselves because of society, because of just all of that. Not a fan of that word. So it's interesting that she's using that.
In a fixed mindset, they will tend to treat you that way. They will come and harass you. They will bully you. They will pick on you. They will wallow in their sorrows and try to take everyone else down with them. And I just listen.
But you don't know anything about that person to say that. This to me just sounds like she's trying to negate, and granted, I don't know what the message entailed, but this just sounds like she's trying to negate what that person was saying to her. I think that there was probably a little tiny bit of truth when we're talking about, hey, at this point, you were doing this extreme fasting and you were very small. She was very, very small. I was so worried. I still am very worried, but now it's clear that she's put a little bit of weight on. I don't think she looks bad at all. I think she looks fantastic. I'd rather see her here than the extreme fasting version any day of the week. So I think that maybe hit a nerve. And in order for her to rationalize not listening to that part, she's like, let me turn this into a teachable moment kind of thing. That's what this feels like to me. I don't even know if that makes sense how I'm explaining that. I hope it does.
So giving them tools, coping mechanisms that as they're upset, as they're angry, as they're frustrated, as they're losing their shit, they understand how to navigate it. And I don't always have to be there to stop and to help them co-regulate, or I don't always have the opportunity to do that, right? I do work from home full time. And it's so funny. People want to judge.
Courtney, you work from home full time? Okay. You're at Prove It. You're in a multi-level marketing company where, according to their last income disclosure statement, the median income was less than $11 for the year. You were built to the rank that you're at. We all saw it when we were a part of it. Also, how is she maintaining that rank if Bree just left earlier this year, or not even earlier this year? Yeah, earlier this year for Amare, and then according to my last video, she has now joined Frequence. She was, if you guys don't know, Bree was a very large leg for Courtney in Prove It. So how are you maintaining that rank? Huh? I just know that check. I know that's exactly what's happening.
Others and in everything that they do, judge their parenting, judge how they live their lives based on a short clip of something that they do.
Did look at the comments.
Where like earlier she said something and I rolled my eyes at her and
Hey, what?
at the camera. You said something and then I was like, was it about the drink? Oh, I said I didn't want you to do the live with me, which I do want you to be in with me. But somebody could have looked at that and they can judge me as the way that I parent you. And it's interesting because, you know, like all you know is my parenting. You don't know any different, right? So no matter what, you're going to think I'm an amazing mom.
I feel like every parent feels that way. You know, are we doing a good job? Am I doing enough? Am I teaching them enough? You know, am I supporting them enough? Every parent can relate to that, of course. But also, I have these moments that flash as I'm hearing her say this. For example, when her and her daughter were on the escalator and her daughter went down the escalator and Courtney she put a suitcase on the escalator like it was going to stay upright and just ride the escalator down. And what did it do? What we all thought it would. It tumbled, and the last second her daughter got out of the way. There's just these moments where I'm like, this is not what a good parent does. I'm not saying parents are perfect. I'm not perfect, but I would not think of that in that moment because I was so busy in my stories that I had my ketones or drink or whatever she had in her hand, and then her suitcase, and then she's holding the phone doing a story. Like, the story's not that important, but then you put it on the internet, you know? I think of these moments. I think of the fact that she oftentimes will put her youngest son online in stories in not fully clothed, and how dangerous that is, considering we know what we know about what people that are looking for certain kind of content search for online. And I'm sure she has been told that. Oh, but she's probably going to group that in with people that are just haters, that are so miserable in their life that they're going to tell her that. They just hate themselves, right?
Because I've done this with her.
Can I do my zodiac?
My nose is running because now I want to cry. We check our battery and we understand our mind, and we talk about our feelings.
Did she say that her nose is running because she wants to cry? Is that what I just heard? Did y'all hear that?
And we think about like, how big is our problem? We're going through all of these things together. And then how do the coping mechanisms? Okay, or I'm sorry, coping tools. So then how do I? You just smacked me in the forehead with that.
Sorry.
There's words for my feelings. There's a section of that, but this says, and she is obsessed with listening to music. It's like a part of her routine and everything that she does. It helps her feel. It helps her. She does scream therapy. I don't even know if this one has it, but there is a punching bag one. It's like, allow them to find healthy ways to express all of the emotions. And I don't really see too many on this list that teach you how to navigate anger.
Oh, and watch a funny movie.
Because what in this is going to help you release anger? So finding healthy ways for them to punch things, for them to kick, like there's none of that in here. It's too fluffy. What is this?
It's too preteen.
There's another one that's like, it's like literally a punching bag. So because of that, the thing that was making me emotional was that when she sees that I'm losing my shit, what do you do?
That's not her responsibility. It is not, and maybe I paused it too soon. It's not our kids' responsibility to help us regulate our emotions. We're the adults. They're the children. Let's see what she has to say, because I feel like maybe I paused it too soon.
I'm not perfect, right? So sometimes I get upset, or I'm not calm, I'm not patient.
Yeah, when the boys annoy you, I sometimes hug you.
It's not always just the boys. You're not perfect either. But what do you do? What do you do? Show them what you do. You come over to me.
I don't know.
And she just comes to me and she does this, and it just melts me, and it's not always enough. You just smell like your little baby self right there. What is that?
I just feel like everything is so performative with her. Not just what we're seeing here. Let's not forget, this is somebody I know in real life. This is somebody I've spent time with. This is somebody that was upset, clearly, that I didn't know was upset that I didn't attend her wedding because it was here in Vegas. That's still weird to me. What do you mean? I just feel like what she does here and in person when it comes to her kids, in my opinion, is performative.
Give me oxytocin. Look at that.
Actually, the level one?
Yeah.
I feel like I have serotonin. I don't know what I have. Maybe it's.
What is she getting emotional about?
Once we started having those moments where she would come over and she would say,
does
"Mommy, I think we need to breathe," or and Lincoln does this too. We're like, "Hey, we should ground." Like before we go on road trips, the whole family has to take their shoes off and put their feet in the ground. Like that's something that we do now, and it's because of understanding how our bodies build up so much stuff.
Is that what they're doing? Or are they repeating what you want them to repeat so that they can get your attention? Much like we see, in my opinion, Courtney repeating some of the same things that people say at Prove It events that are on stage. The replication of language, I feel like, in this case, is because those kids want her attention. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think.
Oh, thank you, Margot. I've got to run. Love you, big. See you. Yay, I love you. See you. I see you as well. So anyway, so just helping her understand her brain. I have people say that, I don't even know what they're saying now because
I'm an endorphin. I'm the endorphin.
I don't see it, and I'm so grateful that I don't see it.
I mean, I hope you do see this, Courtney. I hope that you take a second for you. I hope that you get some professional help when it comes to grief. I hope that you stop filming and driving, storying and driving. I hope that you, from the reel that I saw earlier with the pupils that are different sizes, I hope that whatever is going on, that you get some answers, that you seek professional help, because I don't know what's going on. But not being able to keep your eyes open while you're behind the wheel seems pretty problematic. It seems pretty scary. I think this person needs help. I think that she needs to step away from social media. I think her income is tanking. I think she's feeling the heat of that, on top of losing who she describes as her best friend, Jessie Lee Ward. And I've said this for many years. If you are in Courtney's circle and you are not saying anything to her, and you are seeing this problematic behavior, and you are saying nothing, you are enabling the behavior. And there's 3 children involved in all of this. So if you're not saying anything, you are enabling the behavior, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
But if there's anything that I expose myself to, like my parenting, there are going to be people that have negative things to say about it, or want to say that I don't, I don't live up to whatever standard. So then this one is for her room.
What do you mean, whatever standard? The standard of providing a safe environment for your children? What do you mean?
I love these. She goes up into her room every single morning. It's like she has her routine. Right now it's a race, but why don't you grab the magnets off of the fridge?
Sure, we bumped heads.
You bumped heads? Are you okay? You good? Okay, all right. Anyways, we have 3 of these chore charts.
Love it.
And then we also have...
I do love that. I think that's important to teach your kids responsibilities.
They've completely erased it every day. So honestly, I am on my way to getting Probably after the first of the year. It's so funny because I know that they just had like their biggest discount, so I'm gonna have to pay more for it. But I'm not ready to buy it right now. It's like they're like $1,000. Most of them, I think there's like one for $500, but I've watched for a really long time because I've just like I don't want to have it with all the kinks and all the whatever. I want to use it. I want to make sure that we have a good routine with it. So her daily chores are like
She didn't even say what the thing was that she wanted to spend money on or didn't want to spend money on.
emptying the dishwasher, feeding the dogs. They both Lincoln and her both, and then just doing it together or doing it whoever chooses to do it. They need to start like sweeping the floor, but they will vacuum every day. Once a week, weekly chores, they clean out the backyard. Once a week, they put their clothes away because I'm usually doing laundry throughout the week. And then I just give it to them at the end of the week most of the time. I do laundry daily to keep up with it. And then it's like Monday through Sunday on those daily chores. Making the bed, things like that. And then the nighttime ones. Well, then those are the chores. So then there's the checklist, so the routines of really it is a chore, but it's also a routine is feeding the pets.
I said MC because it's Mama Courtney.
Mama Courtney. Doing homework. They keep sticking stickers on this and ruining it.
I like to do my homework. Because
They added that. They added get dressed, eat my breakfast, brush my teeth, brush my hair. Oh, we took off, get my backpack ready because we don't do that. So it says feed my pet. We put my shoes on because honestly, most of the time they leave.
Did you hear her daughter? I'm going to go to school. I want to go to school. I think that's what she said. I hope she does get to go to school.
Anyway, I need to get those off. Take them away from me. I cannot. So this one I really love. Here's your sissy. For this one too. And this is Hadley Designs. I held it up before. But the rainbow grounding technique. So it's like the same as the other one. Looking for the colors of the rainbow. Are you saying mommy?
He's saying Bubby.
Bobby. These are boundaries. She loves talking about boundaries. So
Yeah, my dad tickles me, so I say.
that's when she first started talking about like she's like I don't want him to keep and she like had this meltdown when he was tickling her, and because she was saying stop and he wasn't listening to stop, and I was like, okay, you need to set the boundary because you want him to tickle you and you ask him to tickle you, but then you hit the point where you don't like it anymore, and he can't. In the moment of like laughing with you and like because you're saying it, he can't understand genuinely. He's not doing it on purpose. So we started talking about boundaries, and so I was like, okay, this.
I say.
And there's lots of other reasons, like with her brothers and.
I say I'm not comfortable with that. When Daddy tickles me, but sometimes he tickles me and he doesn't stop.
No, it's this because you.
What do you mean he doesn't understand? He is an adult. If your child says, I'm uncomfortable with this, full stop. What do you mean? And then to put this on the internet? Oh my God. Oh my God. Sometimes he just doesn't understand what you mean. He is the adult, Courtney. I don't swear very often, but I almost did there. This is atrocious. You're having this conversation with your daughter online. You show your younger child often in his underwear, both of them actually, in your stories online. And you are, in my opinion, attempting to negate the boundaries that your 9-year-old is attempting to set up with her dad. And you're saying, well, you're not clear on your boundaries. She is the child. He is the adult. This is disgusting. Oh my God.
So stop asking for it.
I don't ask
It also
for
puts you in a good mood. Sometimes you're crabby and then he tickles you and then you're like in a great mood.
If she says, I'm not comfortable with him tickling me, that should not be used as a way to cheer her up. This is, I don't even know what I want to say. This is something.
It's a hard one.
It's not a hard one. She's saying on here, and I'm sure in other situations, that she's not comfortable with it. That should be enough. If my kids say, I'm not comfortable with that, I'm not doing it. My husband's the same way. We're the adults. If a child is telling us they're not comfortable with something, it is not hard to listen to that boundary.
You're transitioning, age, blah, blah, blah. Check in with yourself. So I'm not bypassing that. We talk about that a lot.
Oh, no, that's 100% what you were doing. You were 100% bypassing your own daughter's boundary. Let Joshua come into the comments of this one. Don't do it, Joshua. That's her husband, by the way. Don't do it.
Check in with yourself. Breathe in, breathe out. Enough. Please. You can go around the corner, sis. That is very true, especially since you want to set your own boundaries. Ma'am.
And she should be setting her own boundaries. That is a phenomenal tool for kids to learn to set their own boundaries. Why did you say it like that? Like, oh, since you're learning to set your own boundaries. Wow. Remember a few minutes ago where she was like, I'm a good mom. Really? Really interesting.
Check in with yourself. Breathe in, breathe out. How am I feeling? How is my body feeling? What am I thankful for? What are my needs today? How am I treating myself? What are my goals today? And so I just really feel like, again, Hadley Designs, I really feel like it just sets it up. Oh, she's a Dallas, Texas-based artist. I didn't even realize that. I think I did watch her story. Oh, and then this one also has a wheel of feelings. So this girl's always trying to learn big words. She loves words, so that's another good one there.
Wait, you forgot socks. I got socks.
You got her clothes. So this is the first one that she would be doing, right, when she's just not having a good day. Box breathing. So this is always a really good one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You inhale for 5, you hold for 5, you exhale for 5, you hold for 5, you inhale for 5, you hold for 5, you exhale for 5, you hold for 5. And you just repeat until you feel calm. Box breathing is also how military, I do believe, it might be 4 instead of 5, can go to sleep with their eyes closed.
What? Where did you hear that? Oh, let me guess. You heard that at a Proved event? As somebody that used to be in the military? What are you talking about? Okay. Bless you. Not gonna cover your mouth. Just gonna sneeze all over the place in the kitchen. Just gonna let it all fly. Not even gonna cover your mouth. Not even an attempt to cover your mouth. Yeah, okay. All right. Oh, and her child is over there. What dog is this? Is this a new dog? I don't think these people should have any animals, in my opinion. Nothing against her daughter or the children. I mean, her and Joshua should not have pets, in my opinion.
And then again, the growth mindset on this one, I think it says the same things. Take a mindful break, and the BREAK stands for breathe, recognize, engage, absorb, and kindness. So in the breathe, you guys need more clothes on.
It's freezing.
It's 42 degrees right now.
Perfect.
Just need a hoodie at least, and if you're not wearing pants. Because you don't even have clothes here. And
you need a hoodie if you're wearing shorts in 42-degree weather? Absolutely not. 42 degrees? Shorts? I put a hoodie on at least. What?
Kaden, your socks are, get your clothes back on. Put the sweater on and put a hoodie on. So the breathe, it says focus on your breathing and take 5 slow, deep breaths to center yourself, recognize and pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and body sensations as they arrive in the present moment.
Her daughter is in like a skirt or skort or something. Shorts, skirt. They're going outside in 42-degree weather.
They have been obsessed with riding their bikes. They've been obsessed with going in the backyard.
Love it.
They have been obsessed with playing toys with their toys. And you know what I don't hear hardly anymore? I would hear it, I'm not even kidding you guys, every 10 minutes sometimes. And then at least like once an hour. I'm bored. And I'm like, be bored. Like, go outside and be bored. It's good for you. Those boots, go put those up front on the Paw Patrol, because you're not going to be able to ride your bike with that.
I'm sick.
Did her daughter just say she's sick? It's going outside in shorts or whatever, and a hoodie in 42-degree weather. Okay. All right.
Oh, it just made me like, oh, I just had something else come through my brain that I want to tell you guys, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter about the things that people, it's like, no matter what you do, now you're hot, go outside. Go open the, oh, I gotta get your bikes down. Can you try to get the bike, see which ones you can get down, buddy? I'm not gonna do that on live video, but if you guys wanna go watch them ride their bikes, I'll put a video in my stories for you.
Or don't, because you are putting identifiable information on your kid's location in your stories. Why do people need to see that? They don't. People don't need to see that.
People talk trash about if I'm like, no matter how I deal with going live with my kids, the fact that my kids are here, that's a problem. If I'm talking to my kids, that's a problem. But if I don't talk to my kids, that's also a problem. Hey, you gotta put Brylan up.
Brylan? Is that the dog?
And so everybody's got an opinion about it. So just do what you're gonna do anyway. I don't know why they want to judge and they want to shame other people for, I love my life. I live an amazing life. I have a
Yeah, you really look like you love your life. You look so happy, Courtney. And let me be clear. I want her to be happy. I want her to be able to process her grief. I want her to make good decisions. Of course. But what we have consistently seen from her is anything but that. And that's scary to me.
the best life. And I don't say that and like, let me brag. I say that in the genuine way of like, it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I genuinely love everything about my life and that I am fully in contentment. And I have to practice that every day. I have to practice that more and more because it's always like I get stuck on like wanting more and not like, oh, the digital this and that. It's a thing. I don't need the thing. It's why I keep pushing the thing off. I did order these.
Is that what she was talking about? The digital something or other that was $500 or $1,000 that she never told anybody what it was that she was talking about, never finished her sentence. Maybe this is the finishing of that sentence. I'm not really sure.
A week ago?
We can't get down the bikes.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming right now. Okay. So I love that this teaches about the happy chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, and serotonin. And so the dopamine says the reward chemical, celebrate wins.
And then oxytocin is the love hormone.
And then endorphin is the painkiller. So it helps. It's when you're laughing, you listen to music, you eat dark chocolate, you be creative, you exercise and move your body. You know, they always say, like, if you don't work out, if you don't want to feel good, like, if you don't want to be in a good mood, only work out on the days that you want to be in a good mood. Only work out on the days you want to be in a good mood.
Okay, serotonin is...
Who says that? Also, not everybody, let me back up, because I know she's trying to say if you want to be in a good mood, you should work out every day. That is not something that everybody should follow. It depends on what they're trying to accomplish. It depends on what they're doing and the level of intensity that they're doing that at. It depends on a whole lot of things. And again, this is a perfect example of her not giving good advice when it comes to fitness, when it comes to nutrition. These are not people that you should be listening to. If you want to go for a walk, if you're able to go for a walk every day, okay, that's great. That's fantastic to do that every day. But if you're somebody that is following some kind of a program and your goal is, say, hypertrophy, you want to build muscle, working out every day could be a problem. That could be a problem, you know? So it's an individualized thing. Nutrition is an individualized thing. Fitness and what you do based on your goals and your body's abilities are an individualized thing.
Spend time in nature, get some sun. So they've been getting a lot of serotonin.
Nikki actually has a song called Serotonin, and it's
Alexa.
a single and a dopamine.
He does. He does go off the happy chemicals. And then oxytocin says give compliments, physical touch, pet animals, help
What was she asking Alexa?
others, socialize, join group activities, and breathe deeply is another one on serotonin. So things to release and let go of is the last one. I think it's a great note to end this on. Let go of unhelpful thoughts, the need to please others,
Hello, I took out my hoodie.
self-doubt.
I'm sorry. That was so funny. That is such a little boy thing. Just the whole energy behind it. I could see Gavin doing that.
Need to be perfect, past mistakes or regrets, let go of the past, things I can't control, negative self-talk or fear of failure. You gotta let it go.
Love you.
Let it go.
Mommy,
You feel so much better, you know. Let it go. Let it go.
Peace out.
Let it go. Peace out, baby.
Okay, we're done. We're done with that. Well, that was quite the ride. I'm glad that we survived it. I am even more alarmed every time I see one of her videos. Let this be a reminder for those that are in MLM that not everything needs to be content, or just people in general online. Not everything needs to be content. Your children don't need to be content. Your children learning how to set healthy boundaries does not need to be content. The lessons that you're teaching your children don't necessarily need to be content. Your kids riding their bikes does not need to be content. Please protect these kids. And Courtney, for the love of all that is holy, please stop showing your children in their underwear in your stories. There are specific types of people that look for exactly what you are posting. And I know you've been told this. Stop doing it. Protect the babies. If you made it this far, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you would like and subscribe, that would be amazing. We just recently passed 17,500 subscribers, which I think is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys for being here. Again, like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. You can follow me on Instagram if you would like as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.